I missed yesterday, so today we are going to have a little bit of fun as soon as the hubby arrives back with my goodies. And you guys will see what I'm talking about. So, give me 1 second. In between messaging people. Welcome back, guys. The countdown is slowly happening as we get ready for our big event here on this channel on the 24th. Fun, debauchery, the whole 9 yards. For anybody who's wanting to know about reading, check the description. Hey, lady. How are you doing? That was kind of a weak intro, wasn't it? Do. J-O-4. Hopefully you've been good, my dear. Do. I might have to fix my light here in a minute because it keeps on bumping. There we go. Hey, Libra. Hey, Ashley. Welcome, my dears. Mommy took a 1-day break because I had sinus pressure and it was bad. It was real bad. All right, my dear Yan, you got 4 cards that popped up. Pick your card, 1, 2, 3, or 4. And while you do that, I'm going to write down some of these names that are coming in. Libra. Do and Ashley. Do. 3. Looks like we got some abundance coming in, which normally it being the holiday of the season, I take this abundance as you're going to get something that you want. Which based off of the other cards, it's going to be a little bit something different. A little bit more intimate, so to speak. So you enjoy that. Do. Libra. Let's see what the cards have for you today. Do. Any abundance is welcome. Well, the way that the cards pulled up, it's going to be an abundance of fun. Oh, nurture all you love. Let's get some more context and revealing your truth. Seems to me, Libra, that you put your heart out on the line. It says nurture all you love, and then the card was revealing the truth. So maybe you revealed some feelings towards someone recently. If not, maybe it's the time. Come on me. Oh, dear Lord. The fuckeries began. All right, Ashley. You're distancing yourself, my dear. You're coming off a little bit cold. Seems like an adventure wasn't exactly what you thought it would be. At least what I'm getting from the other cards. And you're very welcome, my dear. Dooba-dooba-dooba-doo. Dooba-dooba-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Da-da-da. That works for me. Ty, hey baby. Or Tyler, or Ty. How are you doing, sweetheart? Let's try a different deck. By the way, today, if we get any fuckery come in, I'm just going to hide the messages for myself. I don't know if you guys are going to still see them or not, but I won't. So we got the Seven of Cups in reverse, which means instead of walking towards a situation, my dear, it seems like you're running towards it. Normally, that's one where we walk away. In reverse, we're walking towards something. Just remember, when we walk towards situations, if it's not about us, it has nothing to do with us, don't fucking get into it. Because you don't know what skeletons lie underneath. But it does seem like a new friend's coming your way, though. Just from the Sun card that's popping up. Maybe a situation arose where two people can hate the same person. Which, if so, that's the best fun. Normally, it's associated with work. Sorry about that. I have someone offering to be a helping hand during next year's Witch in the Woods. So, you know, mommy isn't going to ignore that message. Pandy, $5, 2 questions, babe. You know the deal. You're not new. You are not new, my sweetheart, but we will give you a card for today. Figure out what's coming, what the gods want you to know. Ooh, someone's having issues in the love department, especially when I see the love card. And then we got the Seven of Wands, which means strife. Means we're having some issues. Sorting some shit out. Looking for a deeper meaning. And then love lost. Normally, if you look at this symbol right here, it has to do with a female. So it could be a friend, a family member, co-worker, situation coming up either way, where there is a loss of love or compassion towards this individual. So good luck with that, Pandy. Gods know enough people will drive you nuts. Let's see. Oh, someone's dealing with some arguments. And it looks like it's coming from a newer individual, someone young, threatening a family dynamic. That's never good. Good luck to whoever you are out there. Normally those kind of cards pop up when people are coming by. Let's see what else we got. Queen of Wands. I wonder if this is pertaining to the individual I'm actually talking to. Well, girl, you sleep too much. So what have you guys been doing with your weekend? Anything fun? Anything exciting and new? I'm trying to get ready for next week. While the hubby is out getting a little something special for this live. Because I decided today, 1, it's Saturday. 2, I rarely drink. And I'm like, well, you know what? Tonight I feel like drinking. So I figured for every paid reading we get, I will take a shot or 2. So that means that if anybody gets a reading before my liquor gets here, then I'm just going to have to make up some shots. So that's going to be fun. Hey, Dana. Mount Castle. Megan. Hey, look, I figured, you know what? Let's make it fun. Worst comes to worst, right? Would you be able to ask about my path with dragons? Would you be able to ask about my path with dragons? I mean, we can. Depends what kind of dragon you're talking about. You talking about the kind in the pants or the mythical kind? Dana. Mondragon to rule them all. For anybody who isn't subscribed, you should be. Just saying. Dana, my dear, it looks right now you're kind of in this point of numbness. You're dealing with some betrayal. You're dealing with some hurt emotions. I'm not sure what caused you to be in this kind of numb headspace, but it's not good for you. I mean, good things can come, from negative experiences, depending on the individual and depending if they grow on it. But, it does seem like you're dealing with some shit, which you isn't really. Dragon gods. Every time I know dragon gods are a thing. I've never really dived into them. I've never even done a reading for them, but why the fuck not? Megan, my dear, you are the one my cards were telling me about. I had like 6 pop up. So you're dealing with some like fucking issues. It seems like there's a younger individual starting some shit, which is causing other people to fucking start shit with you. Kind of like yelling. Maybe it's something you did. Someone found out. Whatever it is, it's a young gent who started this shit. The only thing I can say is good luck. Hopefully the situation progresses into something positive instead of negative. But it does seem like you're getting a lot of feedback on it. Some are unnecessary because it's not something you shared. Something someone else shared. And that's never fair. Dragon gods. Yep. And it seems like a younger female is not helping the situation. So I wish you luck on that, Megan. I really do. Sometimes my voice does not really convey my concerns. That's something I got to deal with. Tell you what, though, yesterday, I don't know if it's because I was dealing with sinus pressure or what, but in this room all day yesterday, I kept on seeing this bright light in like this figure of a person. You be you, lady. Whoa, you be you, lady. And it was just really odd. You be you, lady. I'm not really exactly sure what you're trying to say, my dear. Maybe I'm just not awake enough for the context to give me a clue. But like I was saying, it was odd. And I've seen it all day. And at first I'm like, well, maybe it's because of my head pressure and stuff like that. Now I'm seeing shit. Maybe I should go to bed. But even after a quick nap, it was still happening. When you're talking about your voice and concerns. Your voice and concerns. What about your reading? Hey, Rock Life. How you doing, baby? Oh, gotcha. I was so thrown off. I was like, damn, baby, what are you talking about? I'm like, did I say something to offend her? Like, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, I don't know. Doing good. I'm going to schedule you schedule a reading with you. Oh, I would love that. That would be awesome. And if anybody does schedule readings for live or not on live, as soon as the hubby arrives, it's going to be shot time. I'm excited. You ever just wake up and you're like, you know what? I need to relax. I want to have a good day. I know I want to do live because I missed yesterday. I almost went live because of my, we can do the readings live. It's whatever you want, baby. Good. Oh, wait, there's two different people. I hate when it shows up people's names and then it gives the same color. Like, switch that shit up. If you ever have a chance when you work with Hecate, ask to be shown the dragons, and maybe you will find a whole other path within your path. They're amazing gods and spirits. Oh my God, like right now? I mean, that's whatever you want. What, me getting drunk? Or me doing readings? Or both? But yeah, I've heard people working with dragons in situations and stuff like that. A lot of the time, it's more from a Chinese-based culture that I see it in. Both. Both. I don't have it with me right now. I'm actually waiting for him to get back, which I think he took another run from his deliveries, which I don't care. It is what it is, but he could have warned somebody, you know. But as far as like the dragons and stuff, I've heard them most in just Chinese culture. Not so much like in Greek or anything like that, but Hecate is a door opener, so I could see a possibility. Most of the times I get shown things from other religions. One of the weirdest encounters I think I ever had was with an Aztec god. And that was like 2 months of me going, who the fuck is this? And can't get it out of my mind. How much time do you have? I'll send you the money for it if you don't mind doing it over the live. I don't care. It just depends on what you want, baby. If you look in the description, it gives you my time frames. Like I've got a half hour, an hour. Just depends on what you want to do. She was a bloodline of Tema Dragon. Where is that information at? If you don't mind sharing it in a link, or maybe you got it from a book and I can check the book out, because I would like to read up on that, because I've never heard that. Doesn't mean it's not true. Just means that I haven't seen it. And if there's new information and I can teach myself and spread the word, I'm always open. Whoa, that's so neat. What the fuck? Oh, well, yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to keep up with the conversation to figure out where I am between you two. Whoa, what the fuck, bro? That's how I read it. To me, it just seems funner that way. Oh, are you up for an hour? Why not? Let's see what you got, baby. I will ask you, if you're wanting to do an hour reading, to let me know if you want to start out with a reading then questions, or do you have just questions you want to do and then a reading. I know some people like them either or just don't have a preference. Or 30 minutes. It don't matter. If we do an hour, occasionally, probably like every 15 minutes or so, I'll probably jump off, do one of the people in the live reading real quick, knock it out of the way since it's like one card. If we do get more people coming in, which I don't really know if we will or not, but you know, if we do. I don't have a source specific about the dragon in the Primal Craft book. Queen of Hell, she is considered the first dragon of the void. She is a dragon goddess. I've seen her as well. Breathe fire like a dragon. She's like Targaryen. What was that fucking girl's name in Game of Thrones? Can't think of her name, but you know who I'm talking about. Hopefully. If not, I'll have to look it up later. I'm chill. That's fine with me. Yeah, it's whatever you want to do, baby. You pick your poison, and we'll have fun with it. That's another thing I'm waiting for him to get back with my other goodies as well. I kind of just want to see what comes about. Ooh. So that means I can bring out anything. You better be ready to unlock the corners of your mind, my dear. Just let me know where you're sending it, baby. Hey, Coco. I'm going to give you one quick reading. I may be getting bowered. Booked for half an hour to an hour reading. I don't know which one yet. Oh, shit. So, with that being the case, pick your card, baby. It looks like we got 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tie, yes. Look up the PDF Queen of Hell. I will take, if I can get my fucking pen. Queen of Hell. Which, I'm going to have to finish the book I'm reading right now. Because if I start with something else, then it's going to make me deep dive. Seems like a family completion. I don't know if maybe like you and an ex are talking. Maybe talking more about family life with somebody. But it is a family card of happiness, trying to embark on something new, reconciliation, that kind of thing, by Mark Allen Smith. Jingle, jingle, Smith. Ooh, shit. I'm going to keep that out while I was thinking of him. Well, hopefully that's a good thing, baby. Normally it is. Hopefully it works out. Okay, PayPal love. PayPal. You know, normally I actually set it up to where I have everything pulled up. Except on those days where it's like today where I'm like, oh, part of me wants to drink, and then my headspace is kind of like. But I'm thinking if I drink, it'll help burn out some of these toxins I got in my body. All right, Rocker Life. All right, Rocker Life. It's that kind of vibe today. Ain't it, though? Like, it's not sunny here, but it's not like, if you get what I'm saying, you know what I mean? But, like, it's just been weird. All right, baby, let's see what exactly we got today. And then I'm going to talk to you about the card that popped up while I was thinking about you. And then you can tell me where exactly the fuck that fits in. By the way, for anybody who is in here, I just got booked for an hour reading, so I will be doing 1 cards in between. But you guys are going to have to work with me a little bit on that. As always, once the Witcher gets paid, the Witcher must finish the mission. You know what I mean? Finish the mission. All right. Yoo-hoo-hoo. Hey. All right. Wow, you're getting some cards I haven't seen in a while. All right, let's break it down into sections. And then let's bring some guys. Don't let the reading stop you from answering questions or one call for. Cool. Well, I appreciate that, baby. I just try to give people that buy cards a little bit of attention. These 2 go up there. Let's pull out some angels. So let's go. I hope that's a good thing. All right, there's that one, that one, that one, and that one. All right. So I'm going to start from what I got before I laid out all these cards. And then I'm going to go through the cards in sections. So I got about 4 sections here. And then from there, we'll deep dive a little bit further. So the first card that I got, which is a mix between the now and the future. We got the Tower card, which I don't know if like maybe you're experiencing an internal breakdown or if it's an external thing trying to trigger an internal breakdown. So that's what we're starting off with as this shit. Internal as well as external. All right. All right, give me 1 second. Hey, child! I need coffee. Because this is about to get deep. All right, so the first 2 cards that I'm going to show you is the 2 of Wands And if you need me to show you longer, I can. I normally go like that, and, I'm seeing it. You don't really need to see it, right? And then we got the three. Will you make me coffee? Coffee of the magical coffee bean from the gods.
Sure.
Thank you. Yeah. Three of Swords. So that right there tells me that you're searching for information that is going to lead to some kind of heartbreak or some kind of disconnect. So maybe you're digging into someone else's past, or maybe you're deep diving into your own past to recover something that you've lost. But whatever it is, if it's a memory or it's a situation that happened, it leads to a lot of pain when it comes up. Okay, you're in shadow work. Shadow work's a bitch. Then we got the Emperor, and we got the King of Cups. So either this is going to deal with a gentleman in your life that you held to a high regard, or maybe it's how you held yourself at a high regard, but yet you feel like maybe you've lost some of that power along the way. So those are the two that I get from those two coupling. Because normally it goes hand in hand, you know what I mean, when I pair them up. Oh no, we ain't leaving. Give me a second. Every time I do these readings, I don't leave myself enough room, I guess. Cancel. I do not want to cancel my live. Thank you. The second one. I gotcha. Okay, so then we've got the Two of Pentacles, which the Two of Pentacles is in reverse. So that's telling me that the situation in your life is not of your option. It's not something that you have the ability to choose to do. It's almost like you're being forced to kind of look within instead of you looking within a free will. Maybe it's a little bit of both, but it does seem like something that you don't want to go towards. Like, this seems like one of those situations where you go to therapy and then they bring something up and you're like, fuck. Like, that's the kind of vibe that I'm getting from it. So I pulled guide cards, which if you see the green ones, those are guide cards. The angel cards, obviously angels. So the two that we got popping up, the first one is in reverse, and I'm going to read that one, and then I'm going to read the one that's actually, the way it's normally supposed to be. So it says, make the sacrifice in reverse. So from what your guides are telling me, you're not making the sacrifice. And then I've got honor Gaia. So maybe it's to a deity, or maybe you are sacrificing a little, but you're not going as far as you could. It feels like there's something holding you back. It's like you're right there on the fucking edge, but you got that fear and you're afraid to go over. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you got to go over the edge to really get the situation and repair from it. And it feels like you're right there and you're teeter-tottering. Right. Yeah, that's funny that you say trust, because your angels brought that up. Trust, an issue. You're not trusting in yourself, which you've already admitted, so I don't have to even read that card. But it is funny that you are talking about trust. And I'm like, girl, baby, they reading you today. Like, they pulling out all the stops, but that's fucking hilarious. For anybody who's wanting a reading, I'm in an hour reading for right now, but I will be doing readings in between. If you got questions, you can be added to the list, but it is going to be about 50 minutes or so. Intuition. I really want to strengthen and tap into my psychic abilities too. Okay, so maybe that kind of helps out with what's coming up. So this is the first of 4 different mini little readings. I don't really know where they're going to pertain to in your life. I'm just going to read them and you just tell me where they fit. And even with these, I've got 1 guide card, 1 angel card to kind of get more perspective. Okay, so the first 2 that popped up are women. And I don't know if it is your guides or if it's somebody in your life. We'll figure it out together. So we've got the Queen of Swords in reverse. So it's someone who's stern, but also compassionate. But not compassionate for a dumbass. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you put your fucking self in the situation, I ain't going to feel bad for you. But if the world's beating you down, I'm going to be there for you. So, okay, it's your mom. Then we've got another card, the Princess of Disc. So this one is somebody who's younger. Or they might be older, actually. Maybe somebody who is between that young and old kind of thing. But they're a little bit more nurturing. But it's like they blindly guide you to the right decision without telling you. And then we've got the Three of Wands, which is virtue. So in the end, this coupling right here basically is people that are trying to help you go down the right path without fucking you up or taking away your free will. Which you got to give them credit where credit is due, you know. So we're going to go with your guide. Your guide is saying, see yourself in nature. So that means that you need to reconnect to your roots. And then we have ideals and inspiration. These two go hand in hand. And that one was from your angels, by the way. It seems like you've got a lot of different things coming up in your mind that you're self-doubting yourself, like we've talked about. But it all reverts back to you starting at the root of who you are, where you came from, where you've been, where you're going to go. Being in nature helps us realign ourselves and get ourselves to a point to where we can actually take a step back from other influences, other bullshit, and actually really dive deep into who we are. That's the mystery for me, the root. Sorry. It's good. Thank you. So what I would do as far as the ideas or the inspiration or the methods that you're trying to do to solve this issue that you're having in your life, and it seems like it's not just work. It seems like it's personal decision, work, and ultimately where you want to be. You have the mentality of you don't want to be stuck in a situation all of your life and then regret the decisions that you make. And that's what kind of gives you this teeter-totter effect where you're like, do I go on this hand? And I know I'm okay, I'm secure, but if I do, I'm never going to be happy. Or do I go on the other side and do what I like, but never be stable? So it's like this condition of, fuck me, no, I'm going to do it. Fuck me, no, I'm going to do it. I'm trying to figure out my essence. You know what I would advise if you're trying to figure out your root or maybe like connect with some ancestry to tap into that like family power, as they say? Do some trance work. You can do trance work as you're doing the shadow work. And basically what trance work is you can ask for things to come to you during these times where you're doing your shadow work. So you can say, hey, if someone would give me a clue about the lineage that I am so I can reconnect and become a whole and expand, I would appreciate it. And then dive into yourself, because as you're working on yourself, you're focusing not only on yourself, but your lineage as well. So here's the next set we got, which is our third set. We've got disc, which is the 5 of disc in reverse. Then we got the ace of disc, and then we got strife. So, like I said, this pretty much just confirms the going back and forth between the worry and the not worry. But the ace of disc is a good card to pop up, especially in the middle of these two. Because the ace is like a reminder. It's like someone's out there trying to remind you of who you are. And you're trying to remind yourself of where you want to be. In your mind, you have this vision of how you're supposed to see things, how you're supposed to know things, how you're supposed to go about it. But the issue that you're having is you're blocking yourself by doing that. You look at the world and you see, well, this is how this person does it, or this is how this person does it. And that's kind of what's causing the visor over your third eye a little bit. It's almost like taking a blindfold and slowly peeking out, but not fully allowing yourself to peek through. Right. And it seems like you're also afraid. And here's why I say this. With strife is worries, fear, and regret. So it's the fear of, if I go too far and release that veil, am I going to be able to close that door? And it's also worry. Yeah, deadly afraid. What if making the wrong choices? Exactly. Here's the thing. With anything that we do, no matter if it's intuition, stuff like that, people always say, well, with abilities, you can't push it away. You can. I've seen people do it. It doesn't happen overnight, but it will eventually happen. But you're still going to see shit in between. So even if you open yourself up to so much to where it either starts to feel like it's too heavy, or you're getting things that you don't want, or you're not feeling safe in the things that are coming around you, you can always set yourself protection, always set limits for yourself, and always see the third eye kind of like a door. You're able to access that door anytime you want. You're able to shut that door anytime you want. It's like taking tarot cards out of a box. When I take them out, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I know the intent that I'm going to do and what I'm going to see come from it. But once I put that tarot deck back into its box, I'm shutting off that communication. I'm letting the universe, as well as myself and anyone around me, know communication is off. This is my time. This is for me to realign. So as long as you're setting yourself for a kind of like a rule, a guideline for yourself, before you start really opening the veil between what you want and what you've been given, make sure, what are you comfortable with? What are you not comfortable with? What is things you want to know? What do you not want to know? You've got to set these boundaries, because if you open that veil and you have no boundaries, anything and everything is going to come in, no matter if you want it or not. So as long as you set that for yourself, you're going to be fine. This right here is to remind you that you have more power and more say-so than you believe. Hey, son, currently right now I'm in a reading, my dear. You do get a 1 card, but let me finish these 2 cards and then I'll give you your card. If you're wanting a question or something, you will have to wait, my dear. So, like I said in the beginning, I got, 1 for your guide, 1 for your angels. So currently your angels are saying that you're unhappy. It's funny you say that, because this past week I've been setting boundaries with others so I can me time and decompress. Okay, so happiness in reverse. And then we've got observe and silence, which you're not being silent. So basically, you are basically cutting out the pieces that are in your life that aren't bringing you the happiness. Like you said, you're setting your boundaries. By doing this, it's also setting you up for what you're about to do, which is a good thing, because honestly, when you start opening gateways and you start getting to the point to where you open yourself to accept things, when you have people that you don't trust, or you get a feeling that they're being shady to you, you're going to get all that through and then some. And then you're going to find out shit you don't want to know. So cutting out those pieces is a little bit better than keeping them around because you feel obligated. So what you're doing, you're on the right path. Just remember, just because you cut something out doesn't mean eventually it can't be sewn back in. So if they change, or the dynamic change, or, somewhere down along in your journey, you're at a crossroad moments again, you're able to fix it. You are the controller of your destiny. That's all you got to remember. People pleasing. Exactly. All right. So I got the last pile here. Thank you, Gabby. Okay. Hey, the hubby arrived. Yay. All right. So we got the Hermit in reverse, which means that you're coming out of your shell a lot more. It means that you're widening your horizon, basically what this whole fucking reading's been about, is your self-discovery, letting go, and bringing in things. But when people get stuck in a situation where they've done something for so long, it can be, give me 1 second. God damn it. Thank you. When people get in a situation where they've been stuck in something for so long, it's not that hard to revert back to where they were. So at least if you're doing something once a day to come out of your shell, to progress forward instead of going back, like you're going to have days where you don't want to be out, be around anybody. That's fine. Just don't let old habits continue habits. You know what I mean? Now here's where we're going to cut deep a little bit. This one and that one, and this one and that one. Okay, so first one we got is the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is a card of sorrow. And this is going to be where you're reliving old flames, old romances, old relationships. When you're diving into yourself, you're going to dive into how you treat others, or how others have treated you in your romance life. And I'm pretty sure you probably got to that point at least a little bit at some point in time. So when you're diving in, see it like three faces. There's you, there's them, and then there's the middle ground, where you may be looking back at past situations and going, maybe I shouldn't have done that. And then you start seeing things maybe from their point of view. Maybe at that time in your life, you weren't mentally self-aware enough to know, hey, this trait is toxic, or maybe you self-doubted yourself too much, and that's something that you worry about with opening yourself. Can you truly, accept yourself if you can't do it in your own life? Does that make sense? Like, how can you help other people if you can't be honest with yourself? And when it comes to things like this, you got to love that you're different. And since it's in reverse, that's something that you are having trouble with. Self-love, self-acceptance. Accepting, the good, the bad, and trying to figure out how to make them whole together. I know Spirit is channeling through. Oh my God, honey. So then we got art. Art is not just like the sense of, hey, I'm making something. It's more of the sense of like putting together the right ingredients, finding what fits, what doesn't, and trying to put it all in between. And that's kind of where this card is. It's going to be a touch and go. It's going to be one of those things where, with creativity, within your spirituality, there's going to be a dualism, like two halves of one whole. So on one hand, you're going to have your lighter side, but on the other hand, you're going to have that fiery spirit. So it's like water and fire, you know what I mean? Or fire and ice, however you want to see it. So even though you're doing this self and betterment and trying to get yourself to a point to where you can actually push forward in certain areas of your life where you've struggled, or maybe things that you didn't want to talk about, you've also got to remember that there's always a middle ground. So you have your middle ground, you have your light, your dark, your anger, your love, however you want to see it. It's all about balance. There are going to be times in your journey where you have the right to be pissed and the right to show it. There's going to be times where maybe you shouldn't have went that far. But it seems like one of the hardest things for you is perfectionism. It's like you feel like you have to do everything a certain way, and if it doesn't get done that way, or it doesn't turn out the way that you were hoping it would, that it falls back on you. It's not entirely true. Sometimes, we get thrown curveballs that we need to help us get to where we need to be. And that's kind of like really coming through and learning to embrace yourself on who you are. It's one thing to fix oneself, but it's another to actually fully embrace oneself. And that's the struggle I feel like you're really going to meet over the next year, is trying to find that balance between yourself and in your life as well. Now, as far as, okay, we got Neptune. All right. So we got Neptune, which Neptune is one of psychic abilities, opening doorways, but sometimes falling back onto bad habits. So you're going to progress for a little bit, and then you're going to kind of go backwards a little bit. So it's going to be like a yo-yo effect for at least the next 6 months. I hold shame for the true me. Right. And you shouldn't. It's easy for me to say, don't do that. Be you. Be the best you. You know what I mean? But I do feel like you have someone coming through that's someone who's been calling to you for the last couple weeks, maybe even months, that's wanting to work with you. And it feels like that you're trying to work yourself up to work with this. I don't want to say deity. I want to say more of an entity. And the reason I say that is because it seems like this entity is one of what you're wanting to achieve without so much of the graveling, the grueling kind of thing. Which it does seem that, it does have connections with home and oh shit. When mommy clicks the wrong button. It seems like there's connection with the home and ringing in harmony. And there's also connections with emotions and using them for certain spell work. So maybe it's something that you have to do before you can get to that step. I am very emotional. Honey, ain't we all? Cancer sun. Oh, you poor baby. You poor baby. All right. Okay, let's see what else we got. I grew up with 2 fire signs. Oh, God. So everything was always intense and never boring. All right, let's dive deep. Okay, so we got the first house in reverse. So this kind of makes sense because you're working on yourself. So you're not completely there with yourself, but you're working on yourself. But what you're working towards is your true passion, which is when we get the South Node. South Node is what we want to do. North Node is what we're meant to do. And then it seems like, we got the saving, the walnut. So basically it's one of where basically you want to take your life and do what you want to do, not what you think the world wants you to do, and be able to prosper from it. Now, here's the issues that you're going to face with it. Every time that you go to do it, it's going to be like you're going into war. So this is going to deal with your finances. So it's like you're going into war. You start out with a little, and then shit hits the fan, and then the next thing you know, you got to revert back to what you were doing before. Then we got the Page of Pentacles in reverse coming up. Not everything can be fixed. It's not going to be a quick fix, or you're not going to be able to fix it whatsoever. Yeah. What you got to do is try to find a middle ground. And I feel like you're going to do this by reaching out to individuals, because we've got meetups, we got meetings, we got people talking, trying to help you set up, trying to get you on the way, and they can see the potential. But before they're going to help you, they're going to ask you to see your strengths. They're going to ask you to see what is it that you can do. So I just set up a meeting with my friend's mom for a tarot reading today. See what I mean? Not everything you're going to hear is going to be justified, because we got justice in reverse. So some of these things that you may hear may be personal more than practical. So don't take it as an all be all. Take it as more of a suggestion of what works for them, and then trying to find your own groove on how it works for you. I've like got a card stack pile over here. Doo-ba-doo. Let's see if there's anything else. So it's almost like, what would be something good? Okay, so it's like 2 clothing brands, okay? So you got 2 clothing brands. And one clothing brand and this clothing brand, they both want to cater to the same individuals, but they want their own different flair. Now, they're both using the same ways of communicating with the people that they want to reach. But the way that they do it is different. This one goes more retro, while this one goes more new age, adding a little bit of flair. Do you get what I'm saying? So it seems like there's some things that you're going to learn from the reading from the mom, or maybe talking with them as well on how to set things up. But there's going to be some things that you don't feel like is right for you. You know what I mean? Like maybe you're not somebody to talk over a phone. Maybe you're one who's better at online. Maybe you don't want no one to see your face, or you're better at talking on a phone. You know, it's one of those things where it's personal versus preference, but you're still learning something at the end of it. All right. Let's see what lessons. Okay. So I'm going to give you 5 things your guides want you to know, and then I'm going to give you 5 things your angels want you to know. So it's something that can help you with what you're planning on doing. So the first 2 I'm going to do is the ones that are reversed, because that's kind of giving you insight what you need to work on, and then their advice on what to do with it. So we've got have courage, but it's in reverse. So basically, we all know right now that you're having issues with your courage. Basically, how you see yourself, are you doing right? Getting that confidence back in yourself like a fucking lion. So before you do anything, no matter if it's professional or not professional, give yourself a time period to kind of build your, the trust within yourself, the trust within whatever divination that you're using, and the trust in the messages that you're getting. Do a testing period before you try to go super professional. One of the mistakes I see people make is not giving themselves time to adjust, because once you start opening the veil fully, you're going to get different signs. You're going to get different symbols. You're going to get different meanings. Maybe you seek the lesson. I see you're not doing what you're supposed to. You got to get that feel. You got to get that vibration. You have to have that confidence within yourself, because once you start having confidence, you're going to receive a lot more messages from it. Right. So just take it as you need to build yourself up internally, which I think you're doing with the shadow work. But shadow work is only part of it. You have to raise yourself up. It's kind of like being white girl drunk. A white girl, most of the time, and if they're shy, they're like, ugh. But get them the right alcohol, and that other side of confidence and fierce motherfucker is out there. That's the motherfucker you need to tap into. Even if you have to meditate to kind of get that crazy bitch motherfucker out. You know what I mean? That's like, I don't care. I'm fucking awesome. That bitch, to kind of bring her out a little bit, because we all have that side. It's just sometimes that side likes alcohol. So, I mean, I'm not telling you to be a drunk reader, even though they're some of my best ones. But I'm just saying you need that kind of confidence that only drunk people have. The repressed one, yes. Oh. Oh, whatever it is in your past that you need to let go of, you need to let go, because that shit's just hurting. Ooh, that's a reaction with cards, man. You got someone in your life, baby. I'm okay. You got someone in your life who's super fucking toxic. Super fucking toxic. Way too close, but super fucking toxic. This person is the kind of person that every time you see them, they make you feel nothing but bad for yourself. I don't know who they are, but I get this bad feeling, like my voice is being taken away. Like that. Like someone's just taking the willpower for me to want to speak. I think it's your dad. Because your mom is strict, because we got her in the beginning, she a total different breed. It's got to be your dad. I'm going to give you your good messages, but whatever that is, y'all need to talk some shit out, or you need to lay your guidelines, because someone's trying to take your shit away. Let's get past that. Okay, so we got seek the lesson, follow the moon, and heed your dreams. So, heed your dreams. Dreams are a gateway. And they're going to teach you certain things, especially when you're opening yourself up. You're more aware when you're asleep. So over the next month, if I can give you a task that you feel like that is something that you can accomplish, go get you like one of those little itty bitty notepads and a pen, like a good pen, like the kind of pen that you just enjoy fucking writing with. We all have one. I know I have mine, which is right here. And, you know, it is what it is. But get something that you enjoy writing with and something that you feel like you want to write in. And then I want you to look at your dreams. When you're in your dream, try to remind yourself to see the thing that doesn't seem like it fits. When you have that, the things that are like, don't make no sense, I want you to write them on a separate piece of paper other than what you had in your dream, and put symbols on top of the paper, symbols, and then put that thing in there. And then after a month, once you get all those weird symbols that, or, you know, when I say symbols, I'm talking people, I'm talking eye colors, I'm talking, there was a little rodent singing something, like fucking things that did not make sense in the dream, whatever it may be, even if it's the tiniest little freckle, write it down. And then towards the end of the month, I want you to put them all together, and you're going to get your sign on which direction you need to go. Most people don't, but they get fragments. And if you start meditating, you'll open in, you're going to open that little psychic motherfucking gland in the brain, that motherfucker, whose name I can't remember now. But you'll start opening yourself up more. I think it's called pineal gland. I think that's what it is. I may be wrong. Who knows? But once you do that, you're going to unlock and you're going to remember a lot more. Because normally when our dreams are blocked, it's because we're not ready for that knowledge. We're not ready to face that conflict. So whatever you do get, write it down. So we got follow the moon and seek the lesson. So following the moon is a reminder. Stay true to yourself. And at night, I feel like you're going to get more symbols. You're going to hear more messages. Also, if you start hearing some lady's voice, you're not going crazy. That's really meant for you. Just to let you know. If you haven't already. Just saying. And then we got seek the lesson. 4:44. When our hour is up. Is when our hour is up. All right. And then we got seek the lesson. So, like screaming? I mean, some will scream, some will chat, some will be like a whisper. Or like you'll hear somebody talking. Or someone singing. Like someone's trying to get your attention. And then you got motherfuckers like I had last week who fucking scream your ass awake. I mean, it really depends. But someone's going to start talking to you, and I feel like it's a female, and I feel like it's a guy. Because you're opening yourself up to receive messages, so therefore you're going to start communicating a lot more. And they're going to be a lot more audio verbal about it. Because when we open ourselves up, is that a deity or something, or should I ignore it? As far as the individual, I feel like it's more of a guide. Fuck you, Gabby. God, that's hilarious. Gabby? Yes, Jesus. Fucking A. Okay, so once you get past all of that craziness, the last thing that your guides want you to know is seeking the lesson. So when it comes to seeking the lesson, it's not just a lesson. It's more of something to help you along your way. So with each lesson we get, we always have something to take away from it, right? And that's what it's kind of unlocking. The more you unlock those lessons and find the true hidden meaning in them, Princess of Disc. Probably. Yeah. For a minute, I almost said something else when I read that. Every time I read the disc card, it's almost not a SCS. Yeah. But don't only take the lessons from like a spiritual sense, take life lessons as well. Because I feel like you're going to get a lot of mixture between your life lessons crossing over with your spiritual lessons. Honey, there was a lot of cards thrown down on this one. That's a great thing about getting a reading live is you get to play back. Unfortunately, while I'm here, still going live, I don't get to play back. Now, I could go through these and see if I can find it, but then that just takes away from your time. Yeah. No, we can keep moving. Keep on moving. Son, my dear, once I get done with this reading, I will help you out as much as I can. Same goes for you, AA. I'm in a reading, baby. They paid me for it. If you have questions, for those of you who are coming in asking things, if you actually have a question, I charge for those. So I would definitely check out the description. If you're just wanting one free card pull, you're going to be waiting a little bit. Those who tip the Witcher, go ahead of the line, and then I'm stuck with them until they rub the genie lamp, which we're still rubbing, which sounds a lot worse than it is. All right, so from your angels, my dear, we've got miracles. So it tells me with the miracles, along with the energy that is emerging, my dear, that this wasn't something you've been working on all year. I feel like this is something like a situation snapped, and it was almost like a blessing in disguise. And then afterwards, I feel this sigh of relief. And that's kind of what I'm getting from your angels, like looking for the answers, but yet not getting them because you're doing the same shit. And then once that situation came along, I feel like it was maybe a situation between you and someone else, like maybe a friend or, and kind of like a kick in the teeth, but also a pat on the back at the same time. Yeah. Let's see. What else do we got? So I've got celebration in reverse. You need to celebrate even the smallest things. Give yourself credit where credit is due. And the kick stayed, wait. And that kick started my spiritual journey and tarot journey. Fuck yeah, mama. But when it comes to your celebrations, as far as like celebrating your accomplishment or, as one would say, the achievements we've done, you got to be easier on yourself. It seems like when something comes up and you get that split second of, fuck yeah, and then right in negativity. Oh, it's my mind. You're trying to figure it out. Like, look, you keep doing that to yourself, it's not going to work out, baby. Also, we got soulmate in reverse. So this talks about dickweed. That's what I'm going to call him, dickweed. We don't acknowledge dickweed. You found out dickweed wasn't your soulmate. So dickweed is bye-bye. We don't talk about dickweed. Dickweed's a lie. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's when we're going to start with freedom. You are now officially free. And I feel like sometimes you don't realize that you have that freedom. So when you go to do things, it's always like you're looking for someone to tell you to go for it. Right on, right on. Get it, girl. Don't look for another person to tell you what you can and cannot do. That's the great thing about being you. You have the ability to say yes, no, fuck you. So take that bad past experience into this life experience. And from this point on, if it doesn't make you happy, if it's not giving you something spiritually or physically, then fuck it off. Fuck off. You don't need it in your life. And that's the thing that I feel like is going to be constant over 2021 for you. Just the constant of cutting pieces out and throwing them away, but also learning to detach yourself from those situations, because you give a lot more energy to people than they deserve. It seems like you're one of those people that people like to hurt because they know that, the door is always open. You're that kind of individual. I'll help with whatever I can. One more word of advice from your angels. And I know sometimes there's not enough time in the day. Maybe certain situations come up where you don't get, a time one day and skip another. But my dear, you got to take the time to study. You got to take the time to study not only, the spiritual, but also the physical. And what I mean by that is we can, as readers or even ourselves, even when we're working on ourselves, it's never ending. So this journey that you started isn't one that's going to end anytime soon. Like, it's for life. That's with tarot. That's with shadow work. That's with magic. That's with relationships and trying to find the yin and yang and finding that balance within yourself. So just try to remember that there may be a case, there may be a time where you may not know something. Or maybe there's something you do know that you're not really sure about. And by studying and by researching and studying not only books and other people, but studying ourselves, you need to start keeping yourself a journal of different signs and omens you get, what happens when they're around. You also need to keep an eye on the energies you let in. And as soon as you get a bad juju vibe or a bad vibe in general, you need to step away from either the situation or the individual, because that's your warning sign. And I feel like there's a lot of struggle with your intuition coming through. And there's a lot of great books. I've talked about a few on this channel that help with that. See your life as if you're on a dirt road. And every stop and every person we meet has something kind of like a merchant. And we take a little piece of that with us wherever we go. And, when something doesn't work anymore, we pitch it and go to another merchant and pick up something else that's valuable. So kind of see it like that. You're not going to get all your information from one source, and you're not going to gain all your perspective in one day. But I have faith in you. I feel like the path that you're going down, it's not going to be easy. It does seem like there's some struggles coming through with family, as far as your personal life and your financial life, and their disagreements of it. But that's the beauty. It's your life to do with what you wish. I want to be majestical as fuck. Oh my God. I just seen you as a unicorn, hair blowing like some Beyonce shit. It's fucking great. And that's the thing, everybody wants to rush to be a priestess. But sometimes to be a priestess, you gotta have the journey before you can get the saddle. You know what I mean? Like, priestess, don't get me wrong, I am one, so what I'm about to say is against myself as well. But, sometimes they're overrated. Sometimes it's better to be a seer than it is to be a priestess, because at least you can see some shit coming. And when you start becoming a priestess, you're not only dealing with your shit, you're dealing with everybody else's shit. It's kind of like when you decide you're going to take charge of a house and pay all the bills and make sure everybody's fed. And then one day you're having an off day and everybody's like coming to you and you're like, why the fuck can't you figure it out yourself? And then you shoot yourself in the foot going, no, there's dogs sniffing my leg. Well, hopefully you don't say that because that just happened to me and that'd be weird. Yeah. Unless a dog does sniff your leg. I mean, why are you in your underwear? Yeah, why are you in your underwear while I'm on camera? Nobody wants to see that. Be gone. Take it. Go. Go put on some pants. Bye. See ya. Fare long. Did a dog get you? No. You sure? Were you attacked by Fido? Dear Lord. And always make sure in a relationship, you know who wears pants. Obviously, I do. Because that fucker, I don't know. I think he's washing clothes. Who knows? I know we've been trying to wash clothes for like the last 2 days, and we kind of been fucking around, so, you know, shit happens. I gotta love life. Anyway, my dear, do you have any questions that I can answer or ask for you? It's never a dull moment in this house, honey. Normally, I would say that, but I'm on a live, and it ain't that type of live. Go enjoy the warmness of your room. True. That would be an interesting tarot adventure. But that seems like more of an adult forum than a YouTube forum. Not a problem, babies. Hey, Gabby, if you would, will you give me the list of the people that showed up? Because I have no clue. I have a question about what could I do to develop for tarot. Depends. How are you wanting to develop? You wanting to develop your reading, or are you wanting to develop like your spiritual awakening? Like what you want to awaken? Shake and bake it. By the way, for you guys out there who stayed, hi. You're awesome. I don't know who's drinking water, but she's drinking like she hasn't drank in her last life. Pika, my big baby. What kind of direction are you looking for, baby? I have a lot of directions I can point you at. For now, I'm supposed to approach it with niche and focus should be on. Things that I would work on that helped me kind of like focus was meditation. I'm not a really good meditator, but I do a thing called mind meditation right before I go to sleep. And that's basically where I just let my mind do whatever the fuck it does, which is a squirrel. So it takes a good 30 minutes for me to get past all that fuckery. And then I just see what comes. It's like a form of channeling. It allows things to come through that, you know, your mind kind of blocks because you got so many signals going on and so much shit during the day. So I would advise that. Thank you. Are you all right? Did you have a bad run? Okay. Like my brain's like a squirrel with 20 tabs open and trying to find 6 different nuts. Like it's horrible. So I would suggest nighttime meditation, mental meditation, whatever you want to call it. When you do it, at least give yourself an hour before you're ready to go to sleep and just relax. I mean, to be honest, if you're one of those people that got to toke before you lay down for rest, do that. Calm your mind, let it all out. A good thing to build your intuition, not only with yourself, but with your deck is meditate on different decks, focus on different cards. If you're looking to go more of the strict definition than an intuitive definition, learn what you can about the cards. Why was those cards set up at that certain way? Stuff like that. My mind and my heart space, exactly. That's another good point, since you said heart space. Make sure to clean your chakras, because that will help out tremendously. And in the long run, it'll give you kind of a sense of, by the way, thanks, Gabby. It'll give you a kind of sense of control. So that way, if you are having blockage in a certain area, or maybe your headspace just isn't in the right space at the moment, it'll actually clear some of those blockages so you can get clearer messages. Getting a certain mantra for either a deity or just something for yourself, I would advise creating it, because it always works better if you create it on your own. Set a certain mantra that you just say over and over. So if you can't calm your mind, it's something that you can say repeatedly in your mind, and it'll help you actually stay focused and be able to focus on asking questions. So if you ask questions to the guides around you, first off, make sure you say specifically guides. If you don't, you're asking for fucking everything. Once you do that, give me a second. I'm trying to write and speak at the same time, and obviously I'm not that good at it. Once you do that and you get everything situated, you'll start receiving certain messages. You'll actually receive certain mantras to say just randomly, even if it sounds fucking weird, do it. Because I'm telling you, some of the best mantras have been given to me from the universe, and I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. So be careful, but be wise. Like deep, heavy feelings and no explanation. That would be you're picking up on emotions, either in an environment, an object, or people around you. Certain energies will make you feel certain things. Like sometimes it'll react physically. Sometimes as you're getting these emotions, a certain word will pop up, or you'll feel like you said, an energy shift or a certain emotion arise, and that's kind of letting you know, hey, that's what's going on. But the trick is, once you figure out what it is figuring out where it comes from. So what I like to do, if it's a person, place, or thing, I like to walk. If it's kind of like the hot potato, cold potato kind of thing, or hot spot, cold spot, where you walk and it gets intense, you're in the right direction. If it's getting colder and you're feeling more distant from it, then you're walking away from whatever's putting out that emotion. By the way, guys, I'm still doing a live reading. I've got like 3 minutes left. I'm writing names down, and I'm going to be going by how many or who I got. So, Dr. Red, you got quite a bit of people in front of you, along with the last person as well. Smoking cigarettes, it depends on how you see it. Like, obviously, I just smoked a cigarette. So, me personally, I see tobacco smoke as bringing in the spirits and the vibes. And if you look at tobacco in itself, there's a lot of properties spiritually for it. Now, some will say, yeah, but that's not commercial tobacco. It just depends on who you want to talk to. Now, have I ever had a spirit or a deity get me because no. I mean, I like it. Well, if it's something that you like, then fucking do it. No one can tell you not to. Incorporate it into your rituals. Traka. In terms of intuition and energy, you're going to have a lot of different things come through. So if you're asking if it will impair, no. Honey, I see shit. I hear shit. I feel shit. I know shit I'm not even supposed to fucking know, obviously. So it doesn't really... And as far as Mary Jane, I've never had it affect me like that. Now, if you're getting so toked up that you can't even fucking see your cards, or you're just in a giggle fit, then fucking enjoy the ride until it's over. But if you don't get to that giggle fit, or eating a pizza while telling someone their life is going to shit, then yeah, you're doing pretty good for yourself. Parenthia, my dear, welcome. Subscribe, and I'll answer your question. I don't really like to smoke weed, to be honest. Well, there you go. Then it's not an issue. So it just depends on what you want. I mean, there's people that do mushrooms or flying ointment. Look that one up. If you guys want to learn something about some shit, look up flying ointment. Then you'll figure out why they say witches fly. Because them bitches were high. Higher than the fucking sky. Tripping their balls out. Dancing under the moonlight. That's exactly what that was about. Hey, read the rooms, Sir Trucka, whatever your name is. I've literally got 10 people ahead of you. And I'm in the middle of a reading, my dear. Like, I'm not going to go any quicker if you're like, can I get a reading? Oh my God, do me now. I'm sorry, but I don't work that way. My bad. All right. So how do I know what my gifts are? Well, it depends. Give me a description of what you feel like is a gift. Or you can always look up, if you're looking as far as gift as abilities like intuition, stuff like intuition, something everybody else has. Everybody has. Now, if you're looking for like empathic, stuff like that, you can look up many different definitions of different abilities people have, like human abilities. You can look up, what is it called? I'm trying to figure out what you can put into Google to help you. If you were going for more of a look up, intuitive, insight, psychic, different names like that, and it'll give you the list of like different abilities some people have. Maybe it resonates with you. Some people have premonitions. Some people have intuition that's really strong. Some people can sense people's emotions. Some people can move shit. It just depends on what you're looking at, baby. Son, are you still here, my dear? Because I'm not seeing everybody that's in the live. I feel things around me, but I can't see them. Then that means that you are feeling the energy of that individual, which can mean a few things. So it either means that you've got somewhat of an empathic ability, but realistically, I hate fucking using that term. Son, you are here. I'm about to give you a reading. So when it comes to that, you've got to kind of see it two ways. One, humans have always had this ability to be able to sense energy fields. It's kind of what kept us alive and not getting eaten by a fucking dinosaur. Because, you know, that's where my mind space goes. But whenever you feel something around you, that's basically your body tuning in. Basically, your body is like its own tuning fork, which if you don't know what that is, you can also go look that up. But it's a way to protect yourself and a way to let things, to let you know when things are around. So basically, that's kind of a human trait that a lot of people have, only a few percentage don't. All right, son, my dear, you get one card to pick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For anybody who's new, you do have to subscribe to get your one card. I do questions 5 for 2. Thank you, baby. I know sometimes I come off as an ass, but when I'm doing a reading and like I got someone asking over and over, just like, ugh. But yeah, I'm not trying to be rude when you're asking the question of abilities, but everybody, most people I know have the ability to sense. It's kind of like when you sense somebody behind you and one of your friends is fucking with you and then you turn around, but you look forward and the next thing you know, oh shit, they're there. That's the kind of same thing. You know what I mean? So we got 7. So North Node, it means that your true calling is coming through. Maybe you've even had an opportunity face, or maybe you've had a coming to Jesus moment, as I like to call it, and something just resonates with you. But that's your sign, son. Okay, love life. You're next. I'm just going to read down the list. If you guys are here, you're here. If not, you'll eventually see it. Love life, you're heading in the wrong direction, my dear. It seems like you feel like you have a certain life passion that you're pursuing. That's like your happiness calling, not your like North Node calling. But what you're failing to see is it doesn't really make you happy. It seems like at first maybe it was like, ooh, let's try this. Maybe it will make me happy. But it's coming across as it's been more of like a hassle than something that you actually enjoy doing. And that's the great thing about experimentation. You can learn to love it, or you can learn that you hate something. Just see it as a process. Zahera. Zahera. This is for you, baby. And it seems like we got quite a bit of cards here. So we've got a lot of imbalance issues going on within the home, within love, within courage, getting attached to the wrong things. But this all boils down to a balance in your life. So you've got a lot of imbalances in your life, affecting your love life, your home life, your relationships. You need to work on that, baby. Figure out where all of it's going wrong and try to flip it into something new. Hey, what do I got for you, baby? Issues with love, finding one's place, issues with trying to find their calling or what they feel or an opportunity. So basically, FA, or is it AA? AA. AA, basically what you're going through is a midlife crisis, as I like to speak. It's one of those things where you're basically just trying to figure out everything in your life and where it's all kind of going. And it seems like you're kind of stuck in between a rock and a hard place, which we all have those moments. You just got to kind of take back, do some pros and cons, what really makes you happy, and narrow it down to a list. FA, I'm adding you to the list. Thank you, Gabby. Shahad, if you're still on here, my babe, this one's for you. Let's see what I'm getting. Let's see. Lacking courage, lacking being able to move forward, Scorpio sexual energy. So it seems like a love or a lust thing going on. Shahad, baby, you got to move past it. You're hanging on to them for all the wrong reasons. It's time for you to move that ass on. Leah J. This one's for you, my dear. Let's see what all we get. Man, we got a lot of people questioning their life. A lot. Between soul purpose and happiness. Which I guess it is a year to kind of recap, right? So basically what I'm going to tell you, Leah, is if you're questioning what makes you happy versus what's your true calling, you just got to sit back and take it and figure out what it is that you feel is your true calling or you feel is your passion. And sometimes there's a middle ground where both of them kind of come together and make something new out of it. That would be my suggestion, is finding what you feel like your true calling is and feel what you're meant to do as far as your passion and try to combine the two. Doctor. Let's see. Haley, yes, I will. You're added to the list. I'll have to write you down. I've got 4 people in front of Haley, and I got 5 people in front of Parenthea. Haley. Do. I'm only one person, and as I'm seeing names, you guys got to kind of give me a minute. Yeah, exactly. Be patient. I'm only one person, and I can only speak so fast. Doctor, let's see what we got for you. Seems like you got love working into your life. Don't fuck it up. That's my message for you. Don't fuck it up. I think that's the best message anybody can be getting. FA, let's see. What do I got for you? Fa. Seems like you're losing a nest egg of some sort. This could be I feel like it's more of knowledge. More of like you're losing experiences due to things holding you back, and you're knowing it and you're feeling it. but you don't really know how to get out of it. My best suggestion for you is to take a deep dive into your personal life and into your finances and work your way up. Haley, Haley, Haley. What do I got for Haley? Oh, thank you, Haley. Oh, shit. All right, Haley, my dear, we've got home and Uranus. Someone in your home's an asshole. God, I wish that was true. No, but Uranus deals with a lot of spiritual shit and physical shit. It's basically trying to figure out both of them without losing your mind and trying to figure out kind of how they can both coincide without it becoming a spiral effect and affecting things within your home. So basically, that boils down to you need to find time for yourself to balance life as, hey, this is my responsibilities, this is what I have to do, versus this is what I feel spiritually I need to do or I need to progress forward, and trying to find how to balance them out to where you can do both and all parties are happy, so to speak. Polarentia. Let's see what your card is, baby. Ooh, Gemini. Looks like you're split on a decision. Good luck on that. Seems like two sides wanting two different things, but not really knowing which outcome to go with. The one, this is for you. The other two, Parenthea and Haley, we already did. For it seems like you missed an opportunity. And this seemed like an opportunity with an individual rather than an opportunity of like work or meeting up or hanging out. It's one of those, I did do because I said fa. That was fa I was reading. Opportunity may be lost, but it doesn't mean it's lost forever. So, I mean, there's a possibility to go back. It's just not going to be as easy as the first time. That was gross. I'm sorry, but I refuse to be sniffing it up my brain. You're very welcome. And Christopher, yes, if you do want a question reading, I do charge for those because honestly, some of the questions I get are fucking cray-cray. Imagine questions almost like a mini reading. That's pretty much what you get with those questions. You're welcome, baby. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. I say that and it throws people off. And I'm like, what do you want me to say? Baby Hercules? Like, I grew up near the South. So sweet baby Jesus is what I got. You know what I mean? Yes, I can, baby. Give me 1 minute. Song. I don't know why I got that Song of the South in my head. Sweet baby potatoes from my mountain. By the way, if you're new here, I would appreciate if you subscribe because it just makes my life so much easier and helps me get to that super chat. Hey, speaking of emails, did you get my last email, Gabby? Just show me. All right, we're doing good. We're doing good. It's not bad. I can't blame you on chemistry, though. Chemistry, I always hated chemistry. I can make some good chemistry with people, but I hate chemistry. You need to bring up the chemistry, though, just a little bit. Get in the 90s, but I will give you a reading since I am a lady of my word. Yes, I sent an email. It was about the live where you went to go walk your dog and statements I made that were risky. Oh, shit. All right, Gabby. You still here with me, baby? We're going to give you a reading because I am a lady of my word. You did good on your grades and they're getting better, even though I want to see that chemistry come up. All right. So it looks like we got some issues with friends coming up. It also looks like we are debating on our love life with an individual who seems to be looking the other way while you're focused on them. And then we've got the 9 of swords in reverse. So you finally got out of that depressed state. Go you, boo-boo. Now, you're trying to go through the old journey shit again. You need to start anew. Flip this fool, start a new journey, enjoy yourself, and stop clinging to issues in the past. Currently, right now for you, gab, it seems that you're kind of in this minefield of trying to figure out who you are, where you are, what you feel, what you want. You're basically a fucking girl with hormones. We all go through this, and it doesn't end now. It like continues, and it gets worse as you get older because you're like, should I or shouldn't I? It's kind of like the yin versus the yang, you know what I mean? Like the good with the bad. So basically, here's what I'm going to tell you. Don't get into any of your friends' drama bullshit. It is not your drama. Fuck that. Second off, if you're not into somebody or you're focusing your attention on someone else who's not focused on you, stop focusing on them. It'll come through. Keep the good mind state because God knows we don't need you to go into a depression state. I know it happens. That's fucking high school. It sucks. We got a whole life of that. And then as far as like your new opportunities, see new people as a good thing, not as a bad thing. I know we kind of get stuck in our same circles and our same like way of operation, so to speak. But I got a feeling that if you take a step back and open your eyes a little bit, you're going to see more of a context clue into your love life, so to speak. Because I feel like that's what you're doing with this one. You keep on trying to find love when really you just need to focus on yourself and love will come to you. It's not that deep, you know what I mean? But you also need to take this time to have some fun. Experiment with who you are, what you like, what you don't like. Just don't go hog wild so your mommy goes crazy. We don't need to be hurting mommy by giving her a heart attack because you went wild. There's a difference between life experience and, yeah. Yeah, let that shit go. Say goodbye to it. Let it move on. Fuck it. You don't need it anyway. Trust me, there are going to be many people, many friends. Walk away from it. Yep, that's what I mean. I wasn't going to say it, but you said it. You'll be fine. And you know, you always got my inbox. You can always talk to me. Like, that's why I have my email up. So that way, if you need to talk to me and there's a situation you want to talk to me about, or maybe you feel like you can't talk to anybody else about, my email's always open for you. You know that. Well, of course I do. You got a bright future ahead of you. You really do. And a lot more opportunities once you realize them. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you're blinded by the fuckery so you can't see the shine of the diamond. You're welcome, my dear. You are very welcome. By the way. Yeah, I tend to be occasionally. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm not. That's what I'm saying. Love is nice. It's great. Just have fun for a while. You're young. Don't get pregnant. But you're young. Have fun. It doesn't have to be everlasting love at this point. I mean, to be honest, love is very rare. Most people think that they're in love when in reality they're not, or the other person isn't. So you got to kind of, give yourself the ability to have fun, to know what you want out of life. Sometimes we think we know what we want, when in reality we don't. That's what I'm saying, if you're not feeling something, you're not feeling it. Sometimes feelings are fleeting. Oh, baby, I know exactly what you mean. You put in the effort and they don't return the favor. Oh, I know that way too well. That's when you got to take your power back and know your worth, baby. Heck, do it. If he doesn't bring you happy, he's not acknowledging you, or you just feel like the vibe's off, you can always unblock somebody if you decide later on to unblock them. So, I mean, it's not that tragic. Oh, you're very welcome, baby. It's what I'm here for, to help where I can. Or when needed. Do 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 do. I had head pressure. So I didn't go live because it literally felt like my head was going to explode, and it sucked. Like I was contemplating. I was talking to C Biscuit, and I'm like, man, I want to go live because I've went live every day for so long. It's kind of like a routine. And then the next thing I know, I'm like having issues, you know what I mean? And it was to the point where if I would have tried to go live yesterday, I would have gave everybody shitty readings just because my mind was somewhere else, you know what I mean? And I just couldn't stay focused. So I took the day off unwillingly. I am feeling better today. At first it sucked. And I was starting to feel it again, and then it just kind of went away, and I'm not saying no to it. So, having a little bit better time. But it's been a day of contemplation. I do love you guys. Well, it's kind of fun. I get on here, I get to meet all these different people, and, people who normally show up. And it's kind of nice to see everybody every day, see how they're doing. It's like family, you know what I mean? And I'm like the mama. Like, I got to see how my babies are doing. Sometimes mama gets crazy. That's what makes mommy fun. Like today, mommy's outfit is a little bit off course than normal. And mommy doesn't care. You're all right. Mm-hmm. You look off ever since you came back. Did you have a bad experience or something? Not feeling good?
Traffic bad. It's raining.
Oh, it is raining now?
It was. It was raining pretty good.
No, well, thank you, baby.
I'm running off with your locker.
Some days are better than others. Tomorrow's my hair day, though, so I really got to take care of that. Man, for a while, we were having quite a bit of people come in, and now it's like died down. I'm like, where's my people at? Wash day. Yeah, like with my hair, I always have wash days in between because the way that my hair is curly, it soaks up a lot of moisture. So I try to go a couple days before. Yeah. And tonight, I will be doing a deep condition, which I do once a week. So that'll be fun. I want to get some new stuff because I got to find a new conditioner now. Because apparently Tresemme has a thing where it'll make your hair fall out. And Tresemme was what I was using for a while. Deep conditioning helps. Normally when I deep condition though, I normally only do it once a week, but I should probably do it twice a week. Because you know how like for the first 3 days it's got that beautiful shine and it feels healthy and you're like, yes, and then you start to feel the brittleness. Yeah. Yeah, it's a tattoo. It's pretty big. It's like my personality. Have you tried? I'm going to write it down, actually. And no, I have not. I couldn't even spell correctly. It's distracting. It goes away and then comes back out. That's the thing. Like, there's some products that are more marketed towards like the Black community that work better on my hair than some of this. Make your curls fucking awesome. Baby, I don't even know what my curly hair type is. It's curls. It's crazy. Well, you've seen my curls, so you know, like they're normally the like thick curls. You know what I mean? So, like, if I don't condition or put any oil or anything in my hair, I'm looking about maybe 2 days before it's like a desert. They are right curls. What the fuck's right curls? Tight, yeah. Like, I've heard that doing like the itty bitty braids would help, you know, separate the curls a little bit. But first off, I don't know anybody who can do those like little bitty Brandy braids, as I like to call them, because Brandy looked hot with those braids. And if you don't know who Brandy is, that's a show and a music artist back in the day. But I love her braids. I love seeing those braids on people. When I hear it's good for curly hair, especially when you're conditioning, and it's a lot easier to maintain than having to deal with curly hair. Hey, Julissa. The demon brush. The demon. You know, I've heard people talk about that brush, but I haven't tried it yet. Is it any good? Yes, the knotless braids. Like, if I had somebody who could do those braids on me, but I don't know if I would look good with those braids. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how I would look with them, but I've heard that they're pretty good, though, for curly hair. Because, like, I like my curl, but I would like a little bit more length. And I also heard if you take them with some, like, hair extensions, it'll help add some weight to your hair to kind of get it to where it brings that curl out a little bit more. But I don't know. Julissa, big announcement, huh? Normally, it's a big announcement in your life or in your home. Well, that's what I heard, because normally, if we're being completely honest, I'd rather have a black girl work on my hair than a white girl. For this reason. Black girls know how to treat curls. A lot of white girls don't. And that's not me being racist. That's just facts. Because I'll tell you what, I've had more better experiences and learned more about my damn hair from a black girl than I ever have from any white girl that's ever touched my hair. And that's facts. I don't know if it's because, like, there's different products and their hair is normally somewhat closer to what mine is. I mean, mine's not like small curls. They're like big curls. But I've had better experiences. And it's so funny because people are like, why are you in here? I'm like, bitch, curls. Like, I learned about hair mayonnaise, hot oil treatments, like all this other different stuff to, like, really put in the moisture into my curls. Because when I was younger, man, it was just so freaking hard to take care of my curls. My mom didn't know nothing about curls. Like, she was horrible. And I don't know if you had the same experience I did, but babe, have you ever had it like when you're young and they're brushing through your goddamn hair and the next thing you know, it feels like they're snatching your soul with that fucking brush? Yeah, that was some bullshit. Right? We need to stop segregating hair, right? Yeah. Dude, I got a picture. I'll have to find it. But literally, my mom got my hair chopped. And when I say chopped, it's the kind of short you never put on a girl with really curly hair. And baby, I look like Gene Simmons, Alfalfa, motherfucker, Phyllis Stiller, the whole 9 yards, where my hair looked like my mom was trying to do an afro. It was horrible. It did not look right. It did not look right. It did not feel right. Like, I like a fro if it's done good, but literally, it was like, you ever see, what is that movie, Home Alone, where the dude gets electrocuted? It was like that almost. It wasn't like the pretty, like, poof, you know what I mean? It was more of like, oh, bitch, just, try to take on some electricity. Like, it wasn't even cute. And that's straight facts. But I've learned a lot of my hair care stuff from good women who took pity on me. And I've also noticed, like, when I have white girls do my hair, they're always trying to sell me, oh, this shampoo will work so great. I'm like, bitch, no, it won't. This shit has this shit in it, and it's going to dry out my shit quicker than nothing. I might as well use Suave. And it just irritates the piss out of me, too, because I'm like, a $30 bottle to dry out my curls worse? No, thank you. And it's like keratin. You got to be careful with how much you use that on your hair. Keratin is good in small doses. At least that I found with my hair type. I can't speak for anybody else, but by the way, for anybody who's wanting a reading, all you got to do is just comment. I'm just going on about my hair. For real. Or they try to give you, oh, this is what you need to do. You need to fluff your hair. Like, I don't need a fucking... When I used a keratin deep conditioner, me, when I use keratin, if I use any, like, I used to have this, like, from Sally's. I don't know if you have a Sally's around you in New York or not, but they had this gold bottle that was like keratin conditioner. I would take that stuff and I would mix it with my regular conditioner and leave it in. So that way you didn't get that. It tries to take out all your curl kind of thing. But that's how I do all of my like deep conditioning. I mix the products and make a concoction. Baby, for questions, I do charge 5 for 2. If you want to know about my readings, check the description, but you do get 1 card free, baby. It's like, I don't know if you don't got a lot of social media, but they had this TikTok challenge where they had these girls wetting their hair and was like, look, I got curly hair. And you could clearly tell they put product in it. And it was like, no. Like, anyway, we got the Chariot in reverse, baby. And this is for Denise. So that means that you're struggling with issues from the past and trying to move forward in them. And it doesn't seem like you're getting the hints. Like, the past is a past for a reason. And what stuff did you use? I will have to look it up tonight, and I can get you the name of it. Because I ran out of it, I think, last year. Who knows? But I know when I bought it, it was like $40 a bottle. Like, it was some bougie shit, in my opinion. Because if I'm spending more than $6 on something for a hair product, it's bougie at that point. You can if you subscribe. Right. You know what I've always had the issue with? I don't know if you do it with your hair or not. But like when you straighten your hair, what do you use when you straighten your hair if you do? Because I notice that when I straighten my hair, I get them real flyaways. And I hate it. Like, you can tell that I straighten my hair. That's the one thing I hate about straightening my hair. That and trying to get it to come back to life after a few days. Stephanie, you got an illusion. You got an illusion over your life, and it seems like slowly but surely that veil is starting to get pulled away. And you're starting to see some shit come up because somebody was trying to take you as a fool. You need to remember, not everybody is as genuine as they seem. Protective spray first. See, I've used the, it's like an oil. I've used the oil, and that was okay. But it left my hair feeling greasy. And then I've used some of the sprays. I don't know if it's the exact same one she's used. Then she gets close to the roots. So I don't know, like one day I'll have to show what products I use for my hair. But I don't know. Some of that spray stuff seems to like it's just water. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel like it does anything for the hair. It's just somebody put a label on it and said, here you go. Good luck. That's what it feels like. You want to know, Smith, the other 2 months ago was wanting to straighten it. And after a few hours, my texture came back and my hair looked like it was blowed out. Like a blowout. You want to know, shape my... See, and that's another issue I have. Every time I straighten my hair, if it's too hot, I look like a poodle. Like with that poodle poof. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And then if it's rains or stuff, and then it's like all that hard work for fucking nothing. And it's like trying to find that good balance between great hair and the fucking world. And there's no in between. It's like I can look fucking like a goddess before I walk out my door. And then as soon as I'm out there for 10 or 15 minutes, it all goes to hell. And it looks like the ends are like fucking burnt to a crisp. My hair's begging for moisture. I hate it. I'm just like, what can a bitch do? And I've thought about getting extensions in. But one, I don't want to get that cheap ass shit. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like synthetic. But I don't really know where to go to get good hair that won't like rob my bank. I've had a few people suggest doing it to kind of add some full coverage, you know what I mean? Like, my hair's thick, but I want that, like, look like I just came from a Beyonce video thick. Like that luscious, wavy mix in between. I heard the sew-ins hurt like a bitch. Which I'm not tender-headed anyway, so I don't care. But lately, I've seen a lot of girls with some pretty ass hair, and I'm like, it's like the world's taunting you. You know what I mean? Like when you see somebody's hair and you're like, why can't my fucking hair be like that? And then you start like bad talking them, even though you don't know them, and you're like, they probably got fucking extensions. That ain't even their hair. Like, and I'm over here like, here I am judging a motherfucker after I just like their shit. By the way, for anybody who's joining in and wants a reading, all you got to do is let me know. Oh, man. It doesn't even feel like I've been on here for 2 hours. It feels like I've been on here for like 20 minutes. Which is crazy. Eventually, I got to buy this toddler a new gift because during his birthday, I gave him all of his gifts, and now I got to buy him new gifts for the holidays. I'm a bad person. I like it when I get somebody something. I get so excited, like I cannot wait to give somebody their gift. Can I have a general? I don't know. Do you know anybody in the army? Lindita. Lindita, here's a message. Stop trying to pursue what you're meant to do when you're already doing it. Like, I feel like you're searching for something else and you're not finding nothing. It's because what you're doing at this moment is exactly what you were meant to do. So, now whether it's your passion, that's a different story. Total different story. I would love to get another, 30 to an hour reading. That would be nice. I love doing readings. Especially long ones, because then I get to really deep dive instead of like a question here or a question there. If you need to tell me something and you can't tell me on here, email me. Because I still got my email up. Hey, baby, can I have my coffee heated? You sure you're okay? Mm-hmm. Well, I did kind of give you a reading, baby. I mean, it wasn't an hour reading, but it was a reading nonetheless. For anybody wanting a reading, all you got to do is let me know. I've got a half-hour reading or an hour reading. I noticed my email's been really slow too lately. I don't know why. Do. You are very welcome, dear. Or maybe we can work out a deal. We'll figure it out. So, what were you wanting to ask, baby? You'll have that, and you'll have spirits who will act like certain individuals when really they're not. But you're just gonna have to ignore, follow that instinct, and keep on moving on. You know what I mean? Trust me, there's a lot of times I'll see certain things, and I'm just like, yeah, no. As long as you ground yourself and you have things of protection, you'll be fine. It could have been. But my perception of demons has changed over the years. I don't see them as all bad or all good, or, you know what I mean? Sometimes they're just themselves. I turned on the light and he left. Oh, I'm sure it wasn't a shadow, my love. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I noticed a lot of these apps though were changing. He was wearing blue. So weird. For anybody who's coming in, if you want a reading, my dear, just let me know. Check out the description. I'm obsessed with this pineapple lip balm I made. I mean, it depends. It depends on your environment. It depends on what you've been doing. Depends if you just woke up or didn't wake up. There's a lot of things. But normally, if you get a bad intuition, you're probably right. You are not a bother, baby. Made of what, baby? The lip balm is beeswax, coconut oil, and there's a few other things in it as well. Did we get anything? So I didn't get my package? If you look at the description, Madison, you'll find everything you need to know. It just means that you get more empowered by the moonlight, which means things will come out more at night for you than it will during the day. For what? Water. When does it do? The 7th. Still not bad. Trying to murder me or trying to murder you? So do you want the 1 card, baby? I'll say, why are you dreaming about when you get murdered? Madison, you're too caught up in the material. You need to start working on your spiritual, baby. It seems like you've got a few people from the other side, aka the dead, trying to come through and relay a few messages to you. But your mind is a little bit off right now. Seems like your emotions are a little bit off too. Which normally when the 12th house comes up, it means a whole teardown of your life, restarting new, kind of like the phoenix rising from the ashes kind of thing. I need a snack. Said the duck. Snacky wacky. Yeah, that's hilarious. Not that you broke up with an Aquarius, but that the Aquarius card was the second one. Oh my God, she's alive. Hello, She-Wolf. Or Sea-Wolf. Sea Biscuit. Sugar Cookie. Whatever the fuck you're calling yourself today. Aquariuses are always a hard breed. Fun to talk to if you want a sense of creative juices flowing, but right, embracing that side. For some people it works, for some people it doesn't. It's one of those questions you got to ask yourself nowadays. Are you wanting to be polygamist or not? And it's one of the questions everyone should at least ask their partner. Me personally, I believe it like this. Love is love, lust is lust. Don't ever deny yourself of a pleasure that you are craving, so to speak, and never close yourself off to an opportunity that may arise. Personal preference, though. That's not my thing. I'm into women. Trifecta. Amazon. Women. Man, that'd be a thing. That should be a thing again. An Amazon tribe of women. Yeah. Must have been up late. See, that's what I hate is when people act like they're one way and then they're not. And really they got other stuff going. Like, if people would just be upfront in the beginning, it wouldn't be so bad. It's just like individuals who start fucking topics, man, and then jump around. It's like, all right, you were getting into a serious topic, and then you're just MIA. Had that issue today. Yeah. Yeah, fuck that. If you're looking for that, like a monogamous thing, man, you just gotta keep on going. Unfortunately, you're gonna get some players in between trying to be what they think every woman wants, and then till they spill the tea, hoping at that point that the woman's fallen so deeply in love with them that they're willing to do anything that they want with no issue. And that's not always the case. It's been going. It has been a day. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. God, is that you? No, it's just the Divine Witch. Hopefully I wasn't saying anything bad. Hello, Smith, and welcome, my dear. Should have let me know I was on speaker. I could have been like, you naughty bitch. Kiana Smith. Let's see what's going on in your life. I'm still waiting on that fucking Amazon package. Mars. Seems like we got conflict. Either verbal or physical, Smith. Or it could be internal. Don't know. Conflict is the card of the day for you, though, my dear. Slugging down in the depths of my mind. looking for a way out through time and space. Oh no. I'm feeling pretty good too. Well, yeah, you got a nap in. My mom would have taken away my phone. Well, she couldn't have took it away because, I mean, technically I was the one saying it. And she wouldn't really know if I was, like, talking to her. And, you know, hate to fill her in, but it's not like you're, like, 7 and the world is pure. I don't know. If you find one in the Army more, let me know. From now on, that's going to be my response to anybody saying, hey, can I have a general? Sure. Good luck finding one. Heard the Army has a lot of them. Oh, I'm in a combative mood today. Maybe it's because I haven't ate yet. Who knows? Are you? Because it don't look like it. Well. Oh. What did I ever do to you to make you feel this way? Is it a crime for an angel to speak a mind? Do. Let's see what Moore's got. Jesus. We're not going to get no rebuttal. Well, Moore, it seems like the world's lining up for you. We got Venus, Scorpio, North Node, home, saving up, and finances, and they're all in the clear. So take it as you're on the right path. Because this right here with every other card that's showing up is showing me that I've been chilling like it's summer. I fucking wish it was summer. But it seems like your path in your life is going pretty decent, so wouldn't see it as a bad thing. Shut up. Can I get a general reading for today? Did you just tell me to shut the fuck up? Oh, you're so lucky I did not see that. Well, guess what? That's how we're going to do that. There's a thing called respect, and that's not being respectful. So, time out for you. I'm going to put this clear, and I'm going to put it clear right now. Maybe I took it wrong. Maybe it was a playful thing. Maybe not. But if you come on my channel getting all huffy puffy or telling me to shut the fuck up or telling me what I can do or not say or trying to force me to do or repeating the same fucking question, I'm going to get hot real fucking quick. And believe me, this is my channel and I don't have to have you on it. So maybe I'm going to take it as I took it wrong and I'm giving us both a 300-second cooldown period. But don't ever tell me to shut the fuck up, especially when you're coming into my goddamn live. Thank you. Don't test me. I'm nice, but you do not want my bitch side. Because I can easily stop doing these lives. Simple as that. I'm just saying. Like, the way that I read that and the way that came across, maybe I'm just in a bitch mode. Maybe I'm about to start my period. Maybe I took it wrong. I don't know. It's all possible. But the way that it came off, the way I read it, that didn't sound nice. That sounded like shut the fuck up. Give me my goddamn reading. Yeah. So I'm going to take it as I didn't read it in the right context. Like, I try to be nice to everybody, you know. I mean, I'm going to joke around. That's how I do. But if a motherfucker going to come in here and be rude and tell me to shut the fuck up and give him a reading, no. Now, if you're wanting to make it like fun and playful and be like, girl, shut up. But no, when I see shut up, give me a fucking reading, yeah. Enjoy that finger. I don't play that. I'm a fucking human being and you're going to treat me like one. And if you don't have respect for me, then why the fuck are you jumping on my life? Like, I don't jump. Like, that's like going up to somebody and just starting shit just to start shit. Like, what I do, yeah, I make money off of it. But in reality, I'm connected to you. If I wanted to tap back into your energy, I could fuck up your world. Luckily, I'm not that type of reader. I'm just saying, like, that's what gets me, man, sometimes. And it makes me not want to do reading some days. Yeah, remove her for today. Because I'm not in the right headspace. And maybe it was not that way. But for today, yeah. Not really sure. It gets under my skin. Like, I'm a fucking human. Like, I'm not a hologram. This is real fucking life. I'm a smartass. That's part of my repertoire. That's part of who I am. When the first thing I see come out of your mouth is, hi, can I get a general reading? Not how you been, how's life going, what's going on? And I'm giving you something for free. And then as soon as you get it, you normally leave me. Like, that's what I don't get. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm taking it too personal. Who knows? I don't know. Either way. Oh, God, it's been one of those weeks. I hope next week's better. Thank you, baby. Like, it just gets to me, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a fucking individual. And like, you know, like I said, I could have possibly read it wrong, took it wrong, but the way that it was worded, like, no. Like, I can read sarcasm. Like, I fucking read. I love to read. Now, either you're too stupid to put the right things in the right spot to, you know, where the context comes up, or I'm just being too much of a bitch. I have no fucking clue. I don't know. Hey, Divine. Welcome, my dear. Yeah, what's in the past now is in the past, right? It'd just be nice not to be treated like I'm just some foreign fucking creature. No, what it is by doing free readings, I open myself up to people thinking that it's their right to come here and get a free reading, and that they don't have to treat me like a fucking human being. And some of them get it to their head because I do it every day. And the reality is, the only reason I do it every day is because, one, I like the individuals that I'm talking to. And I like to, you know, kind of mingle with my subscribers. So why wouldn't I want to get on here? But just some people, man. Oh, God. Hey, Divine, it seems like your time is slowly running out in a situation that you've got recently. And I don't, normally when I see this and I'm getting that feeling of like, hurry, it needs to hurry. It's either a major life decision or it's normally something to do with work. So hopefully it'll work out. Maybe. I y'all know me, and I just try to be nice to everybody. Like, I know I'm a dick, and I can admit when I'm a dick. You know what I mean? Like, I'm one of those people, if I'm being a dick, you'll see me right after you. Well, that was an asshole thing. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like, but it's just one of those things. I don't know. Maybe it's just one of those days. For real, love. Hey, look at it this way. Look at it this way. My mom, goddess. Hey, how are you? I've been better, goddess, but who knows? Maybe the tide shall turn. Imperfectly perfect. Fucking A. And we'll see what tomorrow brings. Tomorrow may bring new perspective and light into situations. Who the fuck knows? I am not seeing anyone, dear. I have interviewed at one place, but no reply. So then that means that you're going to have to give it time. Time is one of those things where you can't really pick when someone else does their time, but you know how it is. Goddess, I have not given you a reading. Sometimes you can pick people's time, sometimes you can't. Like, I just didn't understand, like, was it one of those things of, hey, I'm being bitchy, or was it, like, trying to be playful, and I read it as bitchy? Like, where are we at? Because, like, I'll be 100% when I'm being a dick. But, you know. Because, to me, if I was reading that, and I was just like, girl, stop. Read, give me a card, you know what I mean, like that. But the way shut up, fucking read me, like, it just didn't come off right. And that's the bad thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes it can be playful. I'm hot-headed. I'm fucking Irish. So if I read something wrong, I'm instantly going to pop the fuck off. So no harm, no foul. I read it wrong. We move forward. You're always welcome. And now moving on. 3 of Cups for Goddess. You're fine, baby. It's just been one of those damn weeks. So that and the pending red doom coming my way. Context is a little bit slightly adverted. You're very welcome, baby. So, Goddess, I've got the 3 of Cups coming up. Which normally when I see the 3 of Cups, that is telling me that there's some festivities coming along with maybe you and a few other individuals. So just remember, have fun, don't get too drunk, and live your best life. But yeah, babe, like, if it wasn't meant no harm, no foul, we're cool. I just didn't see it till afterwards, and I'm like, she just told me shut the fuck up. But I get it now, so we're cool. We're good. That's why my mini read, I'm like, I got my trying to, like, yeah. Look, it's just the way fucking I read it. If you're going to joke with me, say sis in front. If you say sis, I know we about to joke. If there's no sis, then I know we ain't about to joke and about to throw hands. Even though I can't throw hands through a computer. Even though that would be interesting because you don't have to be in on your computer or your phone and someone just goes. I would be in a lot of fucking trouble. Either that or I'd be getting some assholes who come in here thinking that they're God. I could throw hands on a computer. I got you. You know what I mean, though. It's all fun. It's all good, guys. Misunderstanding. Perfectly fine. Pull up our big girl panties. Have conflict. Me be an asshole. Them going, what the fuck? And now all of us just chilling with our tits out. Mainly me. But, you know. And see, that's what big girls do when they have conflict. If we got a problem, we talk about it. Or we throw hands, and then we talk about it. And we can't throw hands because we don't live in the same land. And when I say land, I mean state. Hi, Miss Leo. Hopefully you're a chick, or that would be fucking weird. What up, Leo? Oh, shit. New opportunity, Leo. New opportunity, baby. Take it and fucking run with it. Don't question it. Don't wonder about it. Do it. I was just talked to today by an ex. If you got a question, 5 for 2. Or you can get a 30 to an hour rating. It's a possibility that maybe I'm fine and you. Hold on. I'm getting distracted. I'm a squirrel. It's a possibility it could be a new job. I can't really go any further than that. It's just something that pulls up. And if he's in health, if he's an issue, I'll remove him. Who's an issue? Oh, man, Ma, should I invite that guy? Oh, yeah, you can invite him. We can see what he's got. I mean, it's whatever you want to do. Hey, we got that Velveeta cheese, too. Hubby's making cheeseburgers. We love a man who can fry and cook. Even if it's not good for us. I said, fuck it. You need a cheeseburger. Oh, shit. She about to text a bitch. How come your mama lets you text but doesn't let you be on social media? Oh, man. There's that headache again. Ah. Do 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 do. Mom about to go off. About to make some pasta. What kind of pasta are you making? Like spaghetti pasta, or like linguine, or like the one pasta with the green stuff? I can't ever remember it. Pesto pasta. Fucking love our pasta. What's your heritage? Italian, Irish, bitch. Where does the bitch come from? All around the world, baby. That's officially my new heritage. Irish, Italian, bitch. Bitch can come in many forms from many different regions of the world. Just depends on which one you got. Choo-choo. What you doing, Pikachu? I will be pissed off. Pissed off is better than pissed on. For anybody who's wanting a reading, let me know. I love you. I can't give you a reading. I know what your life is. Filled with food and rubs and hugs and love. Our shy, hello. I'm having some pup. Oh, there's another puppy. With a wine glass. Alfredo with a wine glass. In a wine glass or with a glass of wine? Even though that would be some bougie shit. Like do the top with like a Parmesan rim with the Alfredo and one of those like little thin breadsticks. Some bougie shit right there. Yes, I will add you, my dear. Oh, these puppies are going crazy. I don't know if you can hear my dog's tail hitting the table or not. Pikachu. I don't got 2 hands free, so we'll see how this works. So I'm just going to shuffle till it feels right. Seems like you got a connection going on, baby. And this new connection between you and this individual is really new. Like maybe just a couple days old. Possibly a week. Oh, I'm totally pulling a card. I said we know his name. With a wine glass. Glass of wine. Oh man, wine is so good. I need one of those like mom friends groups that's a bunch of ratchet bitches and like loves to drink and just figure out reasons to get together for no apparent reason. That's what I need in my life. Brookton. Tyshawn. Tyshawn carries a lot of shit. He carries way too much shit on people. And he's somebody who likes to creep. And tends to keep his mind off of pressing matters or things that actually fucking matter. Deals with heartbreak. And disconnects from people emotionally. Nope, that's just for the gentleman that you were talking about. Tends to disconnect emotionally. He fucked up. Maybe you can fix him. Who knows? Wish my neck would stop. We're all fucked up. Just depends on the fucked up you want to deal with. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Not a problem, babe. Yes, you may, baby. If you don't mind, will you subscribe? Oh, baby, I always pull a card on you. And most of the time I pull a card on you, well, you know. Ew. Looks like you got something on your mind, She-Wolf. What is it? Ooh, puppet on a string, disconnecting. Someone trying to play the, you're my little puppet to play with. Trying to build your own stuff. He pissed on my Cheerios. Sounds about right. He assumed automatically it was a guy. Bitch, I got tits. Told you. Disconnect. As far as you vlogs, you need to learn patience. You need to learn communication. You need to open your ears and learn when enough is enough. You're pushing people too far, which is isolating you. Maybe I already gave you a card. I think. No, I didn't. You're not so much lost as you're trying to find the decision. And that's for you, or she, or shy. Yeah, something on your mind. Don't know what's really on your mind, but let's find out. Shall we? You're holding back. Holding back and refusing on change. Because I got death in reverse, so it's either refusal on change or letting a memory go. Not a problem, baby. Let's see. Oh, I ain't done with you, Seawolf. Same shit. That smells amazing, by the way. It seems that you're having an emotional disconnect with pleasure. Because we got pleasure, we got the moon card in reverse, and we got the pleasure card in reverse. So either something isn't pleasing you, or maybe you're losing that something. Or yearning for something. Who knows? But there is a pleasure of disconnect. There's lust, incompletion, interference from an individual, releasing of one's control. It seems to be a mixture of emotions. So hopefully it works out, Seawolf, whatever it is, in whatever part of your life it is, my dear. Your reading's already been done, my dear. I can't pronounce your name. You're just going to have to go back and look through. God, you're killing me. It smells so good. Like, you ever smell somebody cooking something and you're like, Apparently you do, my dear. It seems like the things that are once brought you pleasure aren't bringing you pleasure, which is a gateway to a whole lot of shit. So we shall see. And God bless you as well. Nothing.
Cheers.
$5 for $2. $5 for $2. $5 for 2 questions. Riviera. Look down at the description. That'll give you how we do things. You get 1 free card, which I'm about to read for you. Choo-choo. You're in the 12th house, which means that you got a lot of issues you're working through, but you need to revert back to the house of self, which means that you need to start working on the things that you can control, not the things that other people can control. Baby. Subscribe because it puts you into the drawing for the 24th for our free giveaway. Hey, babe, if you get a chance, can I get some Tylenol? Okay. Why a new account, baby? Shouldn't be. It should be like 300 seconds. Or at least it says. You're fine. It sucks about the account. Well, it smells so good. It smells so divine. Venus in reverse, Neptune and Taurus. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Words of advice to live by. Oh, I wish my neck would stop. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. That sounds so wrong. But you ever have that point when, like, you feel pressure on your head and then you feel your ears pop and it's like ultimate relief? That just happened. Correct. Well, I'm here and I subscribed. Hi. Heard so much about you. It's like someone being held against their will. Don't take me. No, I don't want to go. All right, let's have some fun. No, you don't. Truce. So this has got to be past life or past. Yeah. You're like a wounded animal. Instead of finding the joy, you see the bad in everything before anybody can hurt you. I mean, it's like a self-mechanism of coping. The reason I say that is because I lost the card. Screw it. And then we got truce, which is swords. And then we got this baby, which is the 8 of disc. So it seems like you weren't always so split down the middle, divide and conquer, so to speak. Seems like someone made you that way. And it seems like it was an older gentleman too. Maybe a father figure of sorts. And it seems like they led to a lot of disappointment. Because when we have the 5 of Cups, we have disappointment. Maybe somebody in your life didn't exactly lead to what they were supposed to. Let's go a little deeper. Oh, he don't have to listen because I'm getting all of his shit in his cards, baby. All I needed was his name to pop up for a direct connection. A lot of family issues. Family issues and over analyzing things. Oh, you're fine. Well, what I was saying is it seems that you've had an older gentleman in your life who didn't add up to your expectations and just kind of led to disappointment, which has led you to overanalyze everybody's moves. And your relationships. Your luck doesn't seem to be the best. But you just kind of keep on going and telling yourself that eventually time will work itself out. And until it does, you just kind of, you're ready for anything, basically ready to fight at any point in time. You're used to people dangling offerings over your head. And it seems like you're dealing with a lot of depression. For you to care about something, to really care about it enough, they have to prove to you. Doesn't seem like a lot of people prove that they're worth it. It seems more like they give up, and so do you. It's a lot of hurt for one person, especially at a young age. Just so you know, you're killing me in there. Slowly. Slowly. Oh. There we go. Things will work themselves out eventually. Just got to change that world perspective a little bit. Not everybody's out to screw you over. If you get bad vibes, move on. Oh, and you're fine, dear. See it as an extra gift for your grades. On that note, did I take Tylenol? Okay, so I took them. On that note, my dear, it is like almost 3 hours deep. Scared the fuck out of me. Heard the door knock, and I'm like... But then again, it is almost 7 o'clock, and no one comes knocking on my door. Oh, that was an out-of-body experience, I'm telling you. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to jump off here, try to calm my dogs down. And you guys have a good night. Bye.